Hello, my name is Dr. Frederick Covington, and I'm an occupational therapist. One of the principal things that we do as occupational therapists is advocate for our clients, teach their family to advocate for them, and most importantly, teach them to advocate for themselves. To be able to stand up and advocate for yourself is a very powerful thing. It also helps diminish untrue stigmas that are placed on those with disabilities or those that are differently able. Now, recently I came across a news story entitled Illiterate Detroit School Board President. And of course, it piqued my interest because you would never think that illiterate and school board president would be used in the same sentence. Now, after viewing the news story, I came to these conclusions. Number one, teaching family and self-advocacy may need to be put higher on the list of priorities of those that work with individuals with disabilities. Two, to pay closer attention to the reasons why students qualify for special education services and not to solely concentrate or pay attention to that sole impairment. We may be overlooking other abilities that the person may have. And number three, always encourage and motivate everyone that you work with. Let them know that despite their disability, that the sky is truly the limit and not to place limitations on what they can achieve. Now, I also wonder, would other professionals in occupational therapy, education, and even parents come to these same three conclusions that I did? So I'm gonna give you a chance to watch this news story. Feel free to leave your comments below.
Reading and writing are the fundamentals of education, but the president of the Detroit School Board says a learning disability has been a lifelong challenge for him. Fox News' Ron Savage reports from Detroit.
You survived, you made it. Now you're telling me people with disability cannot be leaders?
The president of the Detroit School Board is taking his licks for being unable to write a sentence that makes sense. His emails were published in the Detroit News and Free Press. Do DPS control the foundation or outside group? If an outside group control the foundation, then what is DPS board role with selection of its director? Are we mixing DPS and non-DPS roles? And who is the watchdog? As a child, Otis Mathis was placed in special ed.
So of course they put me in special ed, and my parents fought to get me out, but it set me back a half a year.
Mathis, a U.S. Navy veteran, is a math whiz. In high school, he took 4 years of algebra, 2 geometry, trigonometry, and calculus. He aced the college math exams, but he never had success writing sentences. A Wayne State professor told him he had a disability he would need to deal with.
She told me that, you know, the way you talk, you don't even write the way you talk. So there's a disconnect in your brain, you know, that through your vocal is, I can understand you, you make sense. But when that signal goes to your fingers to write, something happens.
Elected to the school board in January 2008, all the other school board members voted him in as president in January of this year. It's a 2-year term. School's emergency financial manager Robert Bobb told Fox 2 he's only concerned with Mathis' ability to get the job done, and he believes he's doing that. Mathis believes he's a role model for kids who are dealing with a learning disability.
So I think hopefully I am. When I was telling the kids for the 2 years in a special ed class of the earth and natural science, figure out a way to go around that wall, over that wall, under. Some people can go right through the wall. So I hope I am.
In Detroit, Ron Savage, Fox 2 News.